I'm very excited to begin to show you the ideas behind this door starting next week and over the next several weeks. I'll give you a glimpse, a sneak preview, if you will, of what we are building. Some of the stuff that we're doing, even the closest members of my own staff don't know about. I mean, how many people even here know that we are working on American Dream Labs in New Zealand? We are. And you will get to meet them next week, hopefully. And a preview of what we're doing. We need to work together. I can tell you this, whatever we build together has to start with a solid foundation. We have to know, to get a solid foundation, we have to know what drives us, the why behind everything we do. I think the days of the marches on Washington are over. Maybe they're not. They played a role, and an important role, but it's not enough. We have to build a new future, America 2.0, and we have to start with a foundation based on the Constitution and the rights of the individual and transparency and focus on the real structure of it. To paraphrase Thomas Jefferson, if it neither picks my pocket nor breaks my leg, what difference is it to me? Wow, that is going to lead to profound differences. We will disagree with each other in profound ways, but it is important that we tolerate our differences. You should be free to have a difference of opinion, shouldn't you? We're currently headed in the wrong direction, and most people don't recognize how far off we are. A family friend of mine, we were talking about Sandy Hook, and a story came up. A family friend of the shooter of Sandy Hook said, quote, he was just trying to feel something. Stay on that for a second. Last week I was on vacation. I go to Disney World. Now that place is amazing. I love Disney and I'm a huge fan, and it's really, I mean, it's been amazing people since 1971 in Florida alone. But the latest edition is the largest expansion to the Magic Kingdom since it's opened, and it is truly unbelievable. It is called the New Fantasyland. I went to the New Fantasyland and I stood there with my soft serve ice cream. Can you tell? Do I look heavier? And I stared at it in amazement. I looked and I studied the buildings and the paintings and the textures. It is incredible. It's a brand new section of the park. It literally opened a week before I got there, but the signs have rust. I walked up and I felt them painted on. There's mold and mildew in the gutters, painted on. It's brilliant. Less than a month old, and it looks like it's been there forever. Even down to the moss on the shingles of the roofs where the shade is, they painted on moss so it looked right. But then it occurred to me, as I marveled at their detail, this is how desperate we are to connect with anything real, lasting, and meaningful. Something, anything authentic. We sell t-shirts at glennbeck.com. Some of them are all weathered and faded. And sometimes we get complaints from customers who are in the older generation, and they say, you sold me a used t-shirt. No, that's the style. We buy ripped jeans now. We used to earn them. We used to do it ourselves. We wear ripped jeans and faded t-shirts that say some location that we've never been in, some place in Cancun that we've never seen. So you're wearing it, a t-shirt that you've never been to, you didn't buy it at that place, and it looks like you've had it forever and wore it in. Your whole presentation is fake. You might have bought it in Nebraska. Nothing in life is real anymore. So go back to the shooter now in Newtown at Sandy Hook. He'd been cut off from his family, his classmates. He said that his only friends were online video game players. He spent his days in a windowless basement, sitting in front of a screen, anonymously playing violent video games with people he didn't even know who were his friends. He was at times burning himself with a lighter because he just wanted, quote, to feel something. We live in a world where so much of what we experience is fake. It's virtual. Nothing is real anymore, and we are desperately hungry for it. We have virtual farms where we build things with our virtual friends in virtual places. We're not socializing. We're social networking. We're so desperate for it, we'll save for 5 years so we can stand in 2-hour lines with 70,000 other strangers for one 6-minute ride on something with painted moss. because we want something authentic so badly. We find our truth in fantasy land. And yet it makes sense. Because that is the place where we really find the one thing that is authentic. Our relationship with our family and our kids. We find each other. As conservatives, we can no longer afford just to conserve. That's the root of the word, conserve. Conserve what is old, what has been. We have to focus on things of lasting value, not the virtual. We have to determine what is of lasting value based on our why and come together. Whether that means physically or in our hearts. But if we want to redesign the world and the future, if we believe that there can be a brighter future for the world because of freedom, then I am asking you to join me. I want to partner with you. The one thing that really bothers me, and I've been saying this for about the last couple of years internally, is my relationship with you in some way. I always feel like I'm pitching you something or selling you something, a new book or new stage show or something. And we're really torn on it because I provide, I believe, a service. And we work really hard to achieve a high quality and to keep it fairly priced. And always turn something that you need, or we feel you need, or you want. But I hate it because I always feel like I'm selling you something. And I don't care. We do a lot of the stuff we do because we believe in it. And then it funds the things that we are trying to do on a bigger scale. You saw my chart earlier, and you saw that money isn't on it. And I want to partner with you. And I want to find ways this year to partner with you, and I believe we are this close to doing it. And it'll all come from the ideas behind this door. My job is to reinvent the media and empower you to rechart your course and the course of your small business or your family. It's a small goal, I know. But I believe together we can make a real impact in the next 12 months. And I will try to begin to lay it out for you in the coming weeks and days when we really get serious about it on Monday. Don't miss it.